Welcome to CyberCEO, wherein we talk about how our cyberbackers helped our cyber CEOs take their businesses to the next level. CyberCEO is powered by Cyberbacker, the world's leading provider of admin support services from anywhere in the world to anyone in the world. Please visit our website www.cyberbacker.com for more details. All right, another awesome day here at Cyberbacker. My name is 𝗙𝗯𝗶𝗶. We're back with another episode of CyberCEO. And of course, we have a very special guest, and she's coming back for her second time here in the podcast. Alicia, how are you doing today?
I am great. Thank you so much for having me, 𝗙𝗯𝗶.
Yes, we're very, very excited to have you here again. So let's get the show on the road. To let you know, we have a lot of listeners who are also business owners just like you. So I need your help. Can you introduce yourself to our audience? Maybe starting off with, what is your role in the business, Alicia?
I have two businesses. I am the owner of both Body and Soul Salon and Day Spa, and I am also the owner of VIP Colorado Real Estate. So I am busy. So...
Yes, I can only imagine, gosh, juggling your time with two businesses. Good thing you have a cyberbacker helping you out.
Exactly. An incredible cyberbacker. It was the best thing I've ever done. So, yes.
Yes. Now, how long have you been in partnership with Cyberbacker, Alicia?
May the 3rd will be a year for us. We'll be celebrating our 1-year anniversary, and it has been a wonderful ride. Just an incredible journey with her. She's helped me so much. I appreciate Charm to the utmost. I don't know what I'll do without her.
We are very excited. Gosh, first year. That's going to be by next week, right?
It will be next week. Yeah, the end of next week. Yes.
Very, very exciting. Congratulations to the both of you. And we're, of course, waiting for more years with you and your business with Charm, of course.
Absolutely, with Charm. Yes.
Now, I'm curious to know, though, how did you learn about Cyberbacker? How did you find us?
I was hunting specifically for some virtual help. So I had attempted to hire someone locally, and that did not work for me. I needed someone who would do the work and be committed to the work. And so I thought, well, let's try a cyberbacker, or not a cyberbacker. Let's try a virtual assistant. Stumbled upon Cyberbacker. Someone had mentioned it somewhere. I don't even remember who shared with me. And I looked up Cyberbacker and punched in, I have some questions, and the rest is history.
There we go. Now you're going on your first year with Charm by next week. Gosh.
Absolutely.
Now, I'd like to know, since you're going to be with Cyberbacker for a year now, what comes into your mind when you hear that word Cyberbacker? I
think more than just a virtual assistant. She's got my back for sure. There are times when, now, and especially after almost a year, we've come to know each other. She knows the things I like. She knows how I process transactions and even our marketing outside of transactions. So she's aware of that. And so she's always got my back. Even though she's away from me, she's always got my back. She will remind me of things. Even this appointment this morning, we have a Zoom call. I like to do a Zoom call with her in the morning so that we can go over our week. So she reminded me, oh, don't forget, you've got this appointment 11:30. So, just always on top of everything. She'll send me a text. She'll email me. She just has my back, period.
I think that's the perfect statement right there, right?
Yeah.
She always got your back.
Yes.
Now, I'm curious to know, what are the things that Charm are doing right now for you in the business? What are the things that she helps you out with?
A better statement and an easier question to answer would be, what doesn't she do? And I would say nothing, but her tasks are limitless. Of course, she helps me with my social media. She helps me with all those things that you would traditionally think someone who is a cyberbacker would do. So, the social media, keeping up with my website, helping me with my blog, all of that, making videos for me when I need to have that particular type of segment completed. She fills out paperwork. She makes phone calls. She does everything for me. I would be lost without Charm. I told her that today. I cannot imagine where I was a year ago.
So basically, she does it all.
She does. Everything. From research to my purchases for certain things that I need to get done for the business, I lay them at her feet, and I get an end of day report. And in that end of day report, it's a list out of everything that's been accomplished, whatever is ongoing. If there's a question, she makes my life easy.
Gosh, I love it, right? It makes your life easier.
Yes. Yes.
Now, of course, before you got partnered with Charm, you went through our hiring process here in Cyberbacker. So I'd like to know more about your experience there. So how was the hiring process, and how did you know that Charm was your perfect match?
The process was great. They had set up, I believe it was 5 or 6 they thought would be a good fit for me in my start. Of course, they had asked me specifics about what would interest me, what I needed. And of course, that has changed since I had Charm. It's just kind of opened up a door because of their knowledge and because of all that they are able to do. Your Cyberbacker, and oh my God, Charm's willingness is above and beyond to help me. It was a difficult process initially, just because they were all great candidates. I was able to eliminate all but 2. And I had one, like a third alternate. And the 2 that were left, I kept leaning to Charm because, and not first impression, I guess an intuitiveness about it. When you're looking for a person that will work with you and take care of things for you, Charm was really the natural pick. Once I eliminated the rest, and they were reasons of strengths, my strengths versus my weaknesses and what I needed.
Okay.
And so I eliminated the others, and then was left with 2. And then as I went back through, she was just like, she was the attachment that I had. So yeah.
She was a clear decision then by the end.
It was definitely a clear decision. So it was a good process, though. It was very simple from my side. Difficult with, wow, they're all good. Usually you expect to have a few people who are mediocre, and you can weed them out. Oh, I don't even want to put their name on my paper. But that was not the case. That was totally not the case. They were all good candidates. So it was wonderful to have that kind of opportunity. Because, of course, looking for someone even locally, you don't get that type of opportunity either. You don't know how they're coming, or if they're going to be appropriately dressed, if they're going to be ready for their interview or to see samples of their work. Those were all things that were given to us as well during the process. So I thought that was excellent.
Perfect experience for you then. Now, of course, right after that hiring process, Charm went through the training process here in Cyberbacker. So I'd like to know more about your time saved there. So did that training help you save any time?
That saved a lot of time, because the things that were important to me, she was already trained on by the time she started with me. So I'm a Keller Williams agent, and we have a system called Command, and they worked with Charm and trained her on the Command system. So when she came on board, she actually knew as much about the system, if not more, than I did. And so that was very nice, because of course, at that time, the system was not even a year old. It was something that was still relatively new and continuously changing. So it was very nice to have someone who knew the system. And so when she came on board and we were in the middle, already in the middle of transactions, as I'm pulling her on, she was able to take over those transactions within Command and get them to the finish line without me having to do a whole lot of hand holding and prodding and, okay, do this. I didn't have to do a lot of that. It was nice to have her up and running. So, and a lot of the systems, the things that I knew that we fall down on, as agents, we're great with people, we're wonderful with people. Making sure and documenting sometimes is difficult, because we're still always on the go. So I could call her or text her, hey, please document this, and it would be done. So she was very well aware of the things that I needed based on what I had shared with Cyberbacker. She was trained to be able to handle the things that I was like, these are the areas I fall down on. So this is where I need her to be strong. And so it was a great fit from the start.
There we go. Up and going since day one.
Yes. Oh, yes. And even more so, she has really helped me. I referred someone to Cyberbacker who now has a Cyberbacker with.
Wow.
She called me maybe a
Mhm.
week ago. She called and she said, "Hey, I just wanted to get some suggestions how to use my Cyberbacker." And I told her, I said, when I initially started,
Mhm.
I was a little hesitant because we are so territorial over our businesses. We start
Mhm.
in a manner of, okay, this is mine. You have to do it the way I want you to do it. And I told her to let go because
There we
then she
go.
would feel comfortable seeing it may not be done the way I want it done, but it's done. And in many cases, it was absolutely wonderful. So I have learned to let go and let Charm do her thing. And also said to her, which is something that I've learned through this process. Once I learned to let go of the stuff that I thought I had to hold on to, Charm and I now, because of my trust that she'll do it, because she did and she does every day. But because of that trust now, it allows me to dream for my business. And I know that seems like a very odd thing, but dreaming is what helps you to get to that next stage. And so now I might throw out something to her that I'm like, okay, Charm, this is what I'm thinking. I know it sounds crazy. And she'll say, no, let me throw something together and see. I'll get it back to you. And of course, it's like, oh, wow. So as I told my friend, it allows me to dream now for my business, the things that I would never have been able to do by myself, but things that she helps me
Mhm.
with that would have never happened had I not had Charm.
Yes, right there again. The first thing, one of the points that you made earlier was actually, I think, a clear cut. What do you call this? A good piece of advice to other people who would want to be a part or would want to have their own cyberbacker. I think, again, the communication right there, just throwing it out there, asking for suggestions because this won't work without the communication part, right?
Correct.
Yes.
There has to be good communication. And there are times it's funny
Mm-hmm.
when Charm and I first started, of course, because there is a difference in our language. One funny event, I was having an tacos and ice cream event.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, Charm is a million miles away from me,
Yeah.
but she's planning this event for me. I'm telling her what I want. And I said to her, I want a taco truck. And here in the States, that means you hire a taco truck to
Mm-hmm.
come and they serve the tacos. And Charm goes out and she starts researching me buying a taco truck.
Oh.
And it was hilarious. So when I get the information from her, I'm like, Charm, $22,000 for a truck, a taco truck? And she's like, yes. Like, what's wrong? So we had a whole conversation, but it was hilarious. So I sometimes, we have a difference in thought. So there may
Uh-huh.
be an issue of clarity. So communication is key. And I believe, honestly, as a human being, we have to have humor in whatever we do. So we both
Yes.
laughed about it. And of course, to this day, every now and again, I'll go, I want a taco truck. And we'll get it, when I'm asking for something over the moon. But she gets it and she goes right in. So, but communication is definitely key. Dream big, say what you want, and you will be surprised at the things that can happen.
Yes, gosh. Just the friendship that I can see between you and Charm is it's like not just because of business, but again, they're joking around, the taco trucks, things like that.
Yes.
The
Oh,
friendship's
yes.
really grown.
It really has. Really, really, truly has. She is a joy. She's really a wonderful, wonderful person and very dear to me. Very dear to me. I value her friendship that we've developed. I value the time that we get to spend together. I know that she probably gets tired of seeing me every couple of days on Zoom when I want a Zoom meeting, but it's a wonderful thing for me to be
Mhm.
able to acknowledge and see her and let her know that her presence in my business matters to me most.
All right. Now, I love what you said there. Now, something in relation to that. Let me put you in the hot seat there. So, my last
Okay.
question for you is I know for a fact that she is going to be listening once we have this uploaded. So, I'd like to know from your opinion, what is the best part about Charm, your cyberbacker?
Oh my gosh, that's hard to say. And I am not going to cry. I almost cried talking to her today. Charm's heart to do the right thing is incredible. She's one of those people that you hope you get to meet in life. She's always got joy on her face. She's always pleasant and kind And even when she's not, there was a time when she wasn't feeling well and she wouldn't say anything. And I'm looking at her and I'm like, you don't look like you feel well. I'm okay. I want to get this done for you. I mean, she just has this overwhelming desire to bless someone else, you know, and it shows in every single thing she does. Every single thing she does, she goes above and beyond for me. And she means the world to me. I appreciate her so very much.
Gosh, we are just very, very excited to see where this partnership's going to blossom to the next more years to come. Alicia, we really appreciate you being on the show today. I hope this isn't the last time.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time, 𝗙𝗪.
Thank you for listening to our daily dose of Cyber CEO. Stay tuned to know more about how Cyberbacker creates a difference in this digital time and age. You can visit our website www.cyberbacker.com and follow our social media pages on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Spotify.